I don't know that I've ever seen a more mint collection. I'm talking about covers and records and more originals like first pressings.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Josh, this is Jerry from the Vinyl Vault, and we're here in the city that never sleeps to check out one of the finest curated record collections both of us have ever seen. Come on.
It wasn't just your half-speed masters and your classical records. These were classic rock and roll records still in the shrink wrap. I mean, you hear people talk about these remarkable collections, but to experience it, original records and original shrimp.
Larry's collection is one of the finest I've ever seen. To expand on what Jerry was talking about, it's almost like walking into a time capsule because these records are mint just like you would have bought them in 67, 68, 69 throughout the 70s. I mean, it's just hype stickers, the shrink intact, all the inserts that came with them. Here's a fantastic example. I mean, this is one of the rare pieces in the collection. So what we have here, this is a Bruce Springsteen Born to Run. This is actually an advanced copy, so if you notice, the font is different than the regular production copy. But you pull it out, there's no track listings listed anywhere on the jacket. You pull it out, you have the advanced promotional white label right there, minty. One of the cooler things in the entire collection. There's a lot of great pieces, but this is the kind of stuff Larry was looking for, the kind of stuff Larry collected. So, yeah, really amazing.
It's the Pink Capricorn label, and the shrink wrap on the top. You put tape, which is a genius thing. I never thought of that. I mean, I've been doing it for 35 years, and a lot of the things that he come up with that I've never seen before, where he puts a piece of tape here and there, and the shrink stays for, was this, 1971, however many years that is. Look at the original hype sticker. And I mean, to me, it's like a time warp. It's like this collection is you're able to go back in time to 1971 and walk into the record store and bring this to the counter. You know what I mean? This is, and it's pretty much every classic rock album like that, Coolest guy in the world. He spent really most of his life collecting these from 1967 until now, maybe, is the bulk of it. And he just did such a good job on collecting and then keeping them stored and mint.
Even when I was taking an express bus to and from Wall Street, I would take my Walkman Pro and I would record on my Nagamichi ZX9 tape machine copies off my LP. And then I said, these LPs are going to be too valuable. They're first day issues. I buy them when they just came out on the day they were released. I should really archive them. know where they are, keep them well, put them in good sleeves, not keep them in the heat. I always had an air-conditioned apartment, which is cool. Stack them kind of tight, but not too tight. And just let them curate like a good bottle of wine. And I knew that I was just the courier for the music. I was somebody going to hold on to it for my lifetime. And when things were beginning to like go south health-wise with me, I know I needed to pass it on. So what I needed to do was get these records in the hands of somebody who valued them. And I knew Chad was the man. And thank God he sent two upright guys to do the job, because it wasn't an easy job.
Sure, yeah. Larry called, not even about his record collection and selling it. He called to ask a question about Discogs, answered it. We talked for a little while. A couple of weeks later, call comes back in. Hey, Josh, it's Larry Topper from the Bronx, And so then we started to rap about the collection a little bit more, talk about what he had. Unfortunately, we kind of walked in blind because he wasn't really, because of Larry's physical limitations, he wasn't really able to get us a list of what he had. He was able to send a few pictures from his iPad, but from the time talking to him, I knew this guy's real. He knows what he has. This is real. So it was worth, coming up with a plan and making the trip to go out there and see what he had. And I don't believe that we were truly prepared for what we walked into. We knew it was going to be great, but to see, right off the bat, he comes out with a Day at the Races promo, Queen. First thing we see, we're just like, wow. So that's how we're going to start off, right? It took a lot of effort, two guys moving 10,000 records, 5,000 CDs, around 3,000 7-inches down seven stories there in the Bronx.
But you really took a risk going out there without knowing what he wanted, what he really had. Renting budget trucks, U-Hauls, whatever, flying, going to the Bronx. And what floor was he on?
7th floor, yeah.
So it wasn't, y'all didn't have to work that hard.
No. Actually, people were lining up to help us.
Yeah,
so that was nice, to get that kind of support.
It was a long, strange trip, but we made it back, and we have the goods, and we'll be ready to offer them to you very soon.
Put it there. Back to Kansas, y'all. Let's do this. Bam.
Get out of your way so you can plug it in.
He was real particular. I should also mention, and maybe we mentioned it already, but he really wanted to send this out of his apartment to one location, and that was in Salina, Kansas. I think he had determined in conversations that he was having with Josh that he wanted Chad Kassem at Acoustic Sounds to have this collection.
We're putting the major labels together: Mobile Fidelity, Classic Records, Analog Production, Speaker's Corner, and the things that are like. The collection was approximately 10,000 vinyl records and about maybe 4,000 CDs. So I had this one room that had enough to hold 10,000 records, all the shelves empty, and then took us about a week to put them all in the A-B alphabetized. Larry!
How you doing?
It's Chad. How you doing, man?
So did they make it in one piece?
Yeah, they did. I tell you what, man, we've just opened 3 boxes, and I would just want to give you a report of I'm looking for a diaper because I can't believe the records you collected, man.
You have to understand, I cared for them. I knew I didn't own them. I cared for them. I've been buying up to the day that the guys started to turn the key and started driving away. I still got stuff coming in.
Well, that's what I just finished telling them. I said it's so interesting when we get these collections. We can see when you stop buying records, and I see stuff that just came out. All Hendrix.
Yeah.
But I can just tell, man, that dude, you did an unbelievable job. I mean, this is just
I'm glad they got there in one piece.
right. I wanted you to know, yeah, because
Loaded.
I know they couldn't have fit much more in there.
If they'd worked any harder, I think the two of them would have had heart attacks.
I want to thank these guys, man. They did all the heavy lifting, you know what I mean? They, Josh negotiated the deal, put it together.
If you guys are interested out there, you have a collection, you've inherited a collection, reach out to us. We're always looking to buy. We're looking for near mint, originals, audiophile reissues, anything like that. Obviously we'll come to you.
We learned some things from Larry, not just the person, but the hobby. And I have a lot of respect for somebody like Larry. He was just a tremendous host. He was just a terrific host, and I like to think that someday our paths will cross again with Larry Topper.